Yeah, hello and welcome to another update video about Solana. It seems to be another slow Saturday. We continue to be in the descending wedge here. This descending wedge is typically a pattern that would normally break to the upside. Not always, but usually you would expect to break out to the upside. Typically, you can see that as a pattern of exhaustion, and it aligns very well with our Elliott wave count as well, where we are currently seeing the price to be in a correction in a so-called WXY correction. And within the Y wave, we have an A wave done, a B wave done, and we're now in the C wave. And within the C wave, we're looking for 5 waves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the 5th wave is still in the making. I view the C wave as an ending diagonal. Okay, other interpretations might be possible, but that's how I view it. And that's why I also count the 5th wave as an ABC structure. And as you can see, we had counted 5 waves in the A wave. Then we've seen 3 nice waves in the B. At the time, we said, okay, maybe B was in here, but until we break below the A wave low, a higher B is still possible, possibly touching the trend line, which happened. Obviously not touching the trend line, but came quite close. But that might also be related to my inability to draw trend lines properly, because I think it might actually have done that. So always try to be accurate. But yeah, because you can move them closer. So I think it actually did touch the trend line. There you go. Now it's a bit more accurate. Yeah, we could now be in this C wave to the downside. And this C wave would be a 5-wave move. So what is possible is that here, this was a wave 1, this was a wave 2, and we're now going to follow through to the downside like that. So there's a few more lows coming, in my opinion, where you could say one more low in the C wave, but possibly here a 3rd wave, then we get that 4th wave bounce and another 5th wave of the C wave to finish off this ending diagonal. I have to say, at any point, it's possible here that Solana forms a low and rallies, but I will not primarily focus on that until we see a signal. What would a signal be? A signal would be an impulse. It's the same mantra, same game all the time. 5 waves up, 3 waves down. We don't see that at this stage. All the rallies here have been 3 waves. Also here, the latest one. So until I see anything that would look like a 5-wave move up above resistance, or at least outside of the pattern, yeah, we get a pattern breakout. We can look at that. And what we then need to see is ideally also a break above this B wave high, which was at $21.20. So as long as we do not see an impulse to the upside, and as long as we do not break out of the wedge to the upside, the focus remains on lower. That's been my view for weeks now, and so far it has guided us very, very well. It can bottom early. It has hit the trend reversal area. My view at the moment is, because price action just doesn't suggest anything different, that we're going to follow the trend and that we head further down. Always remember, the trend is your friend. Trend is down at the moment, but we need to recognize when trend changes. Yeah, that can happen quickly, that can happen very, very suddenly, that can happen surprisingly. Just see that we've now touched the $20 level, which is the 50% Fibonacci retracement level, a very important support level for a wave 2. The next one would be around $19. And so far, we've talked about, possibly this 5th wave here of the wave 2 should end somewhere between $19 and sort of $18, somewhere in that region. There were a few Fibonacci extensions that pointed into that direction. Before I forget, I need to move that 3rd wave further over here. Relentless exercise always has to be done. And yeah, I think no change really. We continue to bleed out. We continue to grind our way down. It's a rocky road. Downside pressure seems to be reducing. We can see that by looking at some of the indicators. For example, if I go to the daily chart. So, right, this has now actually increased again in the last few days, but it was reducing. That's what I still had in my mind. On the daily here, but it's not increasing massively. that negative momentum. So we need to see. I mean, it certainly is in line with my view that we haven't finished that overall correction yet. Yeah. So just need to be watching here. At some point we will see a bullish divergence before reverse. Well, not we will, but ideally we do see a bullish divergence before we are reversing. Now that's not present yet. Let's take a look at the 4 hour. Here we can see though that negative momentum is decreasing, not massively though, but negative momentum is decreasing here at the moment. The MACD line hasn't turned around yet though, and the relative strength index also making lower lows. So here, not really any bullish divergence visible. So we need to be a bit more patient. If it continues to make new lows, that's the moment when we might start to see those bullish divergences, which are normally needed to create sort of anticipation for that breakout. Okay, so that's my view about Solana. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.